Let's talk about anger. Anger is something we all feel sometimes, no matter what age you are. It is pretty normal. It is not even a sin just to feel angry. But when you let your anger burst out, when it turns into aggression, then it can be a major sin. It can even be a major sin. Especially if you're showing your anger to your parents, then it is a major sin. How can we let our anger out? It might be that you make a face in anger, you hit somebody in anger, or even you say some words in anger, words that we regret later on. Why did I say it? But we can never ever take back those words. Have you ever heard people say, I didn't mean to say it, I only said it because I was angry? Why does that happen? Why do we always end up saying things that we don't actually mean when we are angry? You know why? Because that's when Shaitan takes control of us. When you are angry, Shaitan is taking control of you more and more and more. When we get angry, we stop thinking. Blood is rushing in our head. We just can't think or react as we normally would. And that's the time we become weak and Shaitan becomes strong. He can say whatever he wants. He will whisper to us, say this, and we will, without even thinking, we'll just blurt it out without thinking. Now, a strong person would not let anger take control over their head. They would control themselves, calm themselves before they lose control and become weak. And Shaitan becomes strong. Not let Shaitan become their driver. Stop the anger before it becomes aggression. Anger is very dangerous. Anger can literally kill you. It can kill you. Anger can severely damage some of the most important organs inside your body. Your heart can be permanently severely damaged because of anger. Anger is like a poison that spreads through your body, weakening it. It can give you stomach aches later, headaches, skin problems. Your skin can develop boils and blisters because of anger, making you look not really nice at all. By the way, have you ever seen your face when you're angry? Even at that moment when you're angry, you don't look pretty, do you? You probably look pretty ugly at that moment. But when you're smiling, that's when you look beautiful, handsome. Amazing, isn't it? How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has designed our bodies. Anger makes us look ugly. It is bad for our health. It kills us. Whereas smiling makes us look nice, beautiful. And it is good for our health. Now, are there times we just cannot control our anger? It's just impossible? Not really, if you think about it. Let's say you get really angry about somebody broke something that belonged to you that you really love, and you get really mad, but you're in front of the school principal. You would control yourself, wouldn't you? You are not going to start yelling there, or if you're mad at the principal for something, you're not going to start yelling at the principal, right? You will try really, really hard to control. That means you have that power within you. But if it was your mom standing there, nobody else, you will probably let all that anger out and hit and, do all kinds of crazy things in anger. You just let it out. What does that show you? That means you do have the power to control it within yourself. It is your choice whether you control it or just let it out. So now I'm going to give you some tips, inshallah, to help you control your anger. Number 1, say A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect you from Shaitan, because right now Shaitan is provoking you, trying to take control over you. You are becoming weak and he is becoming strong. You really need help. And you better ask Allah for help. Keep repeating it again and again as much as you have to. Ask Allah, protect me from this shaitan. I need help. I'm getting weaker. I need your help. Protect me from this shaitan. Number 2, super glue your lips. Well, we don't really want to do that, do we? But that's really kind of what we want. Be absolutely silent. Don't say a single word. Be quiet, because that is the time you may say some words that you might regret for the rest of your life. So it's best, no matter what you want to say, you can say all of that later. Tell yourself whatever you want to say, you can say it later once the anger is gone. Nobody will stop you from doing that. But for now, for right now, when you're angry, be absolutely quiet. No matter how you want to defend yourself, say this, but this, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you want to say, don't say it. Be silent. Be quiet. You know why? Because at that moment, Shaitan is trying very hard to make you say some really, really bad stuff that you will really, really regret later. So be absolutely quiet. You don't want to fall into his trap. Number 3, think of all the good things that person has done for you, who you are angry at. That will help you calm down. And this can be very hard if you're only doing it at the time when you're angry, then your brain is not working already so well, so it can be very hard. That's why what I want you to do is right now, think of the best things your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister, whoever you get most angry at or angry at, think of the best things, most loving things they have done for you that make you very happy. And then when you are angry, remember them. Remember that 1 or 2 things that you had picked to remember at the time you're angry. You might want to even write it down and read it when you're angry. And actually, this is where the diary I told you to write. Remember? Of all the best things your mom has done for you. This is a good time now. When you're angry, go and read that diary. Go and read that journal. All the things that you have written down. So once you start reading it, inshallah, it will start calming you down. Number 4, forgive them. And hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive you in return. So this is what you say, Ya Allah, it is so hard for me, I'm so angry, but I forgive them anyways. And please, when you are angry at me, then please forgive me too. It's like I am forgiving them now. And if it's your parents you're mad at, you're angry at, then remember, they have probably forgiven you for so many things that you don't even remember today. So you say, Allah, I forgive them because they have forgiven me many more times. Next, what is the problem that you're angry at? Is it really worth it to get so angry about it? Think about it. Think about all the people in the world, all the children even your age suffering, dying, kids in Syria and Palestine. Think of their problems, much greater problems than yours. Now, is your problem really that big that you're getting so crazy, so angry about it? Next, change your position. If you're standing, sit down. If you're sitting down, then lie down. Change your position. Go for a walk if you can. That will also help you calm down. Do wudu, pour water over yourself. You're heating up. Anger is like fire burning inside you. You need to cool it down. Go and do wudu. Take a shower if you're really, really angry. Inshallah, that will calm you down. And last but not the least, this is the most important and the one I love the most. Do something even better for the person who has made you angry. Do something very, very nice for them. They made you angry, you return their whatever, however they hurt you, whatever they did to make you angry, you return that by doing something wonderful for them. That is the way of a Muslim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran,
ولا تستوي الحسنة ولا السيئة ادفع بالتي هي أحسن فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة كأنه ولي حميم.
And not equal are the good deed and the bad. Repel evil by that deed which is better, and thereupon the one whom between you and him is enmity will become as though he was a devoted friend.
repel the bad with the good. So whatever they did to hurt you, you return it with something much more loving. And Allah said, when you do that, even your enemy will become your devoted friend, like your bestest friend. That's what you want, isn't it? And if it's your mom, your dad that you're angry at about something, you return it that way. You return their anger. Maybe they are angry about with you something, and you also get angry. Instead of that, you go and instead of getting angry about it, you go and do something wonderful for them. They are going to love you so much more for that. Their love is going to increase many, many times more. Imagine, Allah said, if you return bad with good like that, even your enemy will become your best friend. Then what about your parents? How much more will they love you? Your brothers or sister, how much more will they love you? Do that. And this is such a total defeat to Shaitan. He was trying to get you massive sins, and here you are earning even more good deeds. You have become even more stronger, come even more closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This one is such a defeat to Shaitan. You know what? I'm pretty sure if you do that, Shaitan's gonna get pretty scared of making you angry. He said, no, I don't want to make him angry. He's gonna do something even more nice in return and earn even more reward. Don't want that. That is such a total defeat to Shaitan. So try all of these, inshallah, especially the last one, and inshallah you will find that you will become extremely strong and not be weakened by anger. Assalamu alaikum.